Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don Channel. We're here downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street at the Fremont Street Experience, heading westbound on Fremont. See White Castle over there on the right, and the canopy overhead doing its thing, putting on the light show extravaganza, as it does every night of the week. This is a 24-hour town, so it never shuts down. Wait a minute, that rhymed. So we have these kiosks here along the path with all sorts of different merch available for you. Check out. Maybe you forgot something at home, and or maybe there's something very unique that you might want to take home with you that you can't find on Amazon or eBay. One of those would be the paintings. One of the kiosks up here, this guy does these really, really cool paintings of like space scenes and stuff. He does it freehand with cans of spray paint, which is really cool. I think they're like $50 per painting on like a 24 by 7 or 24 by 16 really heavy paper that it's on. It's almost cardboard. And then this booth over here on our right, they do caricatures for like $30 in color. So that's pretty interesting. Might be cool to get a caricature done. That's certainly something you probably won't be able to find on Amazon unless you send away and wait for someone to do it and then mail it back or whatever. Mail it back to you. But it would be difficult to go through all that, and for $30, you're already here. The only problem is standing in line. There's usually a line for the caricatures. As we take a look here at the gear available at this kiosk, I have a lot of children's type stuff. Hello Kitty up there, and all up and down the kiosk. We're in between the D Hotel and Casino, and there's a souvenir shop over here off to our right that sells all sorts of stuff. So save your money and don't go to the gift shops. Go to these stores down here that charge less for your beverages, and they'll certainly make it easier for you and easier on your wallet so that you have more stuff to spend elsewhere. But this corner here features Fremont Casino over there on the right, Four Queens Casino on the left, and then the aforementioned D Casino over there on the left closest to us. That's the souvenir shop right there. A lot of tube-looking lights down here, which is almost reminiscent of old Vegas, the way they do it. And then the little sparkling lights like they have there at the front of the Four Queens. There's 3rd Street stage here. They have 3 stages down here that the local bands come down and perform at. And a lot of the local bands are very, very well followed and very well beloved. So that's pretty cool. This guy's playing drums on buckets, it looks like there. So the street performers down here, they're not allowed to charge in advance for anything. They can accept tips, and I totally endorse tipping them if you think they did a great job. But they're not supposed to be asking. There's the caricatures right there. I'm sorry, I got the booths mixed up. But that's pretty cool there. And then the Chippendales booth there. This guy right here in front of us, his name is Daniel. Pretty cool guy. You have Pennywise over there. The It Clown in one of the 38 or 39 street performer circles that they have down here on Fremont. They hold a lottery every month and hand out the circles to the... Oh, and then over here on the right we have Sin City Horror Squad, Horror, run by Josh and Christy. They're really, really cool people. You come down here, feel free to tell them that you saw them on the Vegas Don Channel. So here we go with some of the street performers. I just walked up here at 4:24 into the video and caught sight of them, and they are standing here. And let's see how long it takes them to actually move while we stand here in between Fremont Casino and Four Queens over there on the other side. So we've detailed at length in a lot of these videos all of the various street performers down here. Let's count. There's 1 tip that someone gave. And you notice they didn't barely acknowledged it. I mean, he moved for like an inch, but no thanks, no gratitude that I saw. So keep track of the time as well as the number of people that come over and give them tips. It says tips start the show. Now, to me, that flies in the face of the spirit of the law or ordinance down here, wherein they're not supposed to charge. There's two tippers, and he just kind of motioned forward a little bit there. They're not supposed to charge in advance, and that's exactly what they're doing. Tips start the show. It's not a tip then, it's a charge in advance. And these guys have quite a large crowd over here off to the left that unfortunately isn't aware of what they're doing. And there's number 3 to tip them. And again, no movement. I mean, just a little bit of a stoop or bend, but that's about it. And so these guys will do this and wait for X number of dollars to fall into their bucket or box or whatever they have before they actually started doing any performing. I lost track. Is that 4? 5 different people that have come over and tipped them? And again, no acknowledgement, no gratitude. And yeah, it's so now he's in there counting how much has been dropped in there. And he's looking at the crowd as if to say, look at how many of you there are. You guys can all afford to drop $1 in here, then we can start the show. The important thing to note here is that it's closing in on 11 p.m. here. And 11 p.m., they will have to vacate the circle and give it to another performer down here. And so they are... he is demonstrating how he has to split the money 2 ways with his partner there, and how whatever is in their bucket doesn't go very far. So he's telling you that he wants money from each and every single person. And again, that's charging in advance. That's not a tip. That's a ticket price or something. Like you would go to the circus and pay in advance. We're working on over 3 minutes now. These guys have been standing here doing nothing other than watching people drop money unknowingly and unwittingly into their bucket or box there. And this just continues. We've seen this among probably, look at all these people. This is why okay, so there's this guy comes into the picture here, and I guess he figures, well, if you guys aren't going to do anything, I'll do it. And why not? They're playing music on the speaker behind them there, on the Bluetooth speaker. But, so there's music playing. But this guy, I guess, figures, you know what? You guys aren't going to do anything. I'll work for it then. And someone else joining now. And again, these guys are just standing here. This is kind of like a silent protest, I think, of just standing here and waiting for these guys to do something, and they don't move. It's really wild. And the non-show continues. So they're gonna have to vacate the circle here in a few minutes. My guess is they will start performing within like 2 or 3 minutes of the top of the hour, at which time they will have to vacate the circle. We'll see if I'm right. I've seen this before down here with other street performers. They just stand there and do nothing. Look at this crowd. They have no idea. They have no clue that these guys aren't going to do anything. And maybe that's part of their performance is the non-performance aspect of it. I don't know. But charging tips in advance for anything is supposed to be against the ordinance down here. So I'm not sure. There goes number 6, I believe, throwing money in there. And we're over 5 minutes now. These guys have just been standing here. That poor guy over there on the far side, he's like, come on, guys, you got plenty of cash in there now. You can do something. So now he brings the folks in closer to watch this guy. So does this mean the show started at about 5.5 minutes in to this video of us watching them? That appears to be a stretching exercise. And again with the dollar bill, showing folks they have to split it. Maybe there's like a 20 or something in there. I can't tell what denomination it is. But he's indicating to them, this is the kind of money we want. This is the kind of money we prefer. And again, you know, they're splitting it in half there with the partner kind of thing there. So now we're 6 minutes in, and all he did was just stretch. And again, no acknowledgement or gratitude that I've seen. There's 7. Was that gratitude? I don't know. But again, just okay. These look like calisthenics. This guy next to me he's talking my ear off about the performers with his beer in his hand there, so apologies for that. Got that in the frame. But yeah, it's definitely something that the poor tourists here have no idea what's going on. They think that there's a show that's going to happen, and they don't want to miss out, especially since they've sunk time into this now. They have an investment into what's going on. And he's showing them, look, we don't have a whole bunch of tips in here. So he's like, fill this up. So this is number 8, or yeah, number 8 we've seen now come over and drop money in there. If my counting is correct. So here we go. It's about 3 minutes before the top of the hour. Are we going to do anything? I'm not sure. He moved the box out of the way as if to indicate he was going to do something. His partner's taking the jacket off. Okay. You're doing a little stretch exercise there. That's super. And that's what you want people to tip them for. That's what they want you to tip them for. This guy is playing tricks or something with the soccer ball. If you're new to the channel, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers, and it absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks. My big pal Al, as I like to call him. So please help us out there. And also check out our merch available. We have some awesome merch in our shop section for you to check out. And yeah, is this worth the price of admission? I guess that's up to the individual spectator. But I'm not sure. We actually have a continuation of this video in our video library, so feel free to look that up and check it out. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. Okay, we're doing some contortion.